Our doctor walks into the room, looks at the monitor, and nods. The reading says 154/72. They smile at you. They say, "Your bottom number is perfect. The top is just a little high for your age, but it is nothing to worry about. We will just keep an eye on it." You leave the office feeling relieved. You think you are healthy. But they are dead wrong. That perfect bottom number is not protecting you. It is actually the clue that your arteries are stiffening into concrete. This specific reading, a high top number combined with a normal bottom number, is called isolated systolic hypertension. It is the single biggest missed red flag in senior medicine today, and the belief that it is normal for your age is getting people killed. By the end of this video, you will understand this condition better than 90% of general practitioners. I am going to show you why the safe zone is a lie. I will walk you through the specific government trial that proved it, and most importantly, I will show you exactly how to fix it without ruining your quality of life. This belief is killing seniors. If you care about your brain, and if you want to avoid the nursing home, you need to watch until we discuss the SPRINT trial evidence. To understand why this is happening, we have to look at the mechanics of your heart. Think of your heart as a hammer. Every time it beats, it sends a wave of pressure through your body. That is the top number, the systolic pressure. The bottom number, the diastolic, is the resting pressure between beats. Now, calculate the difference between them. If your top is 160 and your bottom is 70, that is a gap of 90 points. This gap is called pulse pressure. That gap represents the pure force of the hammer smashing into your delicate brain capillaries 60 times a minute. Every minute. Of every day. In a healthy system, your arteries are like rubber bands. They stretch to absorb that shock. But as we age, if we don't intervene, those arteries turn into stiff pipes. When the pipe is stiff, it cannot stretch. So that massive pressure wave travels straight to your kidneys, your eyes, and your brain. Eventually, something has to give. Eventually, crack. You might be thinking that this only happens to unhealthy people, or people who don't take care of themselves. That is a dangerous assumption. Look at Aaron Sorkin. He is the famous writer behind The West Wing and The Social Network. He was high energy, type A, incredibly successful. He was rewriting Broadway plays and ignoring the pressure in his head. He thought he was just stressed. He later suffered a massive stroke. He said his blood pressure was extremely high, but he likely ignored the top number because he felt fine. This is the trap of the high-functioning individual. High-functioning people die from this every day because they think stress is just an emotion. It is not an emotion. It is physics. When you ignore that top number because you have energy, you are simply driving a race car with loose lug nuts. The crash is inevitable. Then there is the tragic case of Ferris Tillman. She had the classic symptoms that get ignored. Doctors told her family that the cause of her issues was just uncontrolled blood pressure mixed with stress. They didn't treat it aggressively. She suffered a hemorrhagic stroke, which is a brain bleed. Why did this happen? Because that wide gap, that hammer we talked about, burst a vessel in her brain. The bottom number being normal didn't save her. It fooled her. It fooled her doctors. We see this pattern over and over again. Keith Robinson, the comedian, had a stroke from untreated blood pressure. Kirk Douglas had a stroke with a history of high blood pressure. The pattern is always the same. I felt fine. My doctor said it was age-related. I didn't want to take the pills. Followed by a life-altering event. Do not let your name be next on this list. For decades, the medical establishment failed you on this. For years, doctors debated the numbers. Is 140 okay? Is 150 okay for a senior? They argued back and forth. Then came the turning point, the SPRINT trial. This was a massive study sponsored by the National Institutes of Health. They took thousands of people and divided them into two groups. The first group was treated to the standard target of 140. The second group was treated intensively, aiming for a systolic pressure of 120. Do you know what happened? They stopped the study early. They did not stop it because it failed. They stopped it because the results were so overwhelming that the safety board deemed it unethical to continue. The people in the group treated to 120 were surviving so much more and having so many fewer heart failures and strokes that it was considered wrong to let the standard group continue on the old protocol. Think about that. If your doctor is happy with your blood pressure being 145/80 because you are 70 years old, they are ignoring the data that stopped a federal trial. You aren't being treated safely. You are being patronized. Now, I hear the objection already. I hear it in the comments, and I hear it from my patients. You are saying, "But doctor, if I drop my pressure to 120, I get dizzy. I feel lightheaded. I feel terrible." You are right. If we drop you from 180 to 120 in a single day, or even a single week, you will pass out. Your body has adapted to that high pressure. It thinks high pressure is normal. This is why most people quit their medication. They feel worse on the pills than they did off them. But the secret isn't if we lower it. It is how we lower it. This brings us to the protocol. This is the part of the video where you need to take notes. This is how we fix it without ruining your life. Step 1 is accurate measurement. Most of you are measuring wrong, and you are making medical decisions based on bad data. You need to have your feet flat on the floor, your back must be supported, and you must have absolutely no talking. If you talk during the reading, you add 10 points. If your bladder is full, you add 15 points. You might be medicating a full bladder, not hypertension. Before you panic, get the numbers right. Step 2 is the low and slow titration. This is the secret sauce. Remember my patient Helen? When she came to me, her pressure was 170. Other doctors tried to give her full doses of medication, and she fell down. She refused to take them. So we did it differently. We started tiny. I gave her a quarter of the standard dose. We stayed there for 2 weeks. Then we went to half a dose. Her body adjusted over weeks, not days. Her arteries learned to relax again. There was no dizziness, just safer arteries. You need to advocate for yourself and demand titration from your doctor. Do not let them rush you. Step 3 involves lifestyle levers. You do not have to do this with pills alone. Look at Dorothy. She didn't want to increase her dosage, so she used the science of nitric oxide. She started drinking hibiscus tea twice a day. She used a beet flow supplement, and she performed isometric hand grip exercises, which are proven to improve the elasticity of the vessels. She dropped her top number by 12 points naturally. It isn't magic, it is biochemistry. By increasing nitric oxide, you are telling those stiff pipes to relax and open up. This is not just about numbers on a screen. This is about your freedom. This is about making sure you are the one making decisions for your life in 10 years, not a caregiver. We have 3 more seniors starting this specific protocol next week. One of them was nearly killed by a medical mistake regarding his dosage, and he is terrified of medication. I am documenting his entire recovery to show you that it can be done safely, even if you are scared. If you want to see if he survives the transition and stabilizes his pressure, you need to be subscribed to this channel. I will be sharing his logs and his adjustments in real time. I have also created a private log for you to track your pulse pressure. You can download it in the description below. It will calculate that gap for you so you can see if you are in the danger zone. Next week, I am revealing the 3 specific foods that act like natural ACE inhibitors. If your top number is over 130, you literally cannot afford to miss that video. Do not accept the idea that high blood pressure is just a part of aging. It is common, but it is not normal. Take control of your numbers, and you take control of your future. Click here to subscribe, and I will see you in the comments.